We talked a little earlier about 3 types of people. Now we're going to tie in. Remember in the class where we talked about the 3 types of people? You should have memorized that last night. We're going to tie that in right here. We talked a little earlier about 3 types of people that come to these classes. The first type loves this natural lifestyle and wants their own family to live this way too. The second type can't wait to share this information with people they know it will benefit. As you share with others, you will receive commissions and you'll be able to pay for all the products you want in your home. As you consistently share with other people, you'll be able to create a supplemental income. I know people that have been able to pay for college tuition, get a second car, or pay off debt. The third type of person that comes to these classes wants to do exactly what I do, which is teaching people about the power of essential oils. These people who want to build a doTERRA business have unlimited potential financially. Now, right now is when you bring up people that have had business experience. Hold on. If you're the only one in the class, you say your financial business testimonial. If you don't have a great testimonial, just all you have to do is look up a doTERRA magazine, a leadership magazine. There's tons of them in there. Tons of them that you can share. Okay? Any doTERRA leadership magazine. But we're going to do it this way. If you have a larger class and there's 1 or 2 other wellness advocates, usually I have maybe 1 or 2 other people there with me, and I share a business testimonial and they share one. If they're not there, I share many. I share about 4 or 5 you want to talk about 4 or 5 testimonials, and I just tell the story about them, right? So bring up to the stage really quick, Kirk Hamilton. Kirk, are you ready? Where is Kirk? Is everybody ready? There's Kirk. He's running. I called, and the first one that believed in me with doTERRA.
I'm number 1.
And he promised he would keep this to 3 minutes.
I lied. She promised I'd speak last night, so. Well, I want to tell you guys, 10 years ago, if you guys remember 10 years ago, just the last few weeks I've seen a lot of Facebook posts of the 10-year difference. I didn't do that, but I'm going to tell you about it. 10 years ago was a rough time in our economy, and we were living it. We were in trouble, and it sucked. It was really hard. My business partner, really wasn't a partner, but the guy I was working for, he wasn't very honest. He did some fraudulent things, and our company failed. And we came to find out we had not had insurance for like 3 months. It was a bad point, let alone no income now and the company failing. My wife was a little bit upset with me, and she said, "You take care of my babies," and my only choice was to call the state of Utah and find out about CHIP for our kids. And that was very humbling, because I'd always been relatively successful for a bucket hauler. And it was rough. And the lady looked at my financials and said, "You qualify for food stamps." Like, no offense, but you're really doing bad. So our kids are on government insurance, and I'm walking the grocery store shopping for our family with a food stamp card, and I've never been that humbled. And it was rough. And then doTERRA came along, and I was one of those people that would never do network marketing or MLM. But it was a good time for me personally, because my mind was open, I was humbled, and plus doTERRA was different, even though we were a little weird. Apparently she told the Bergamo story yesterday. I gotta give Dave Miller props. That was Dave Miller who actually looked at me and said, "Bergamo." And I, of course, am loud and obnoxious, I went, "Bergamo," so. But Dave's the mastermind behind that. But anyway, it really was just seeing, wow, this company's different. We talked about 150 years of combined experience with the owners. These people were amazing. And we just worked hard. We worked really hard. And we've done all these things that you've been learning for 10 years. Not as good. It's so much more concise, and this is awesome. And just dialed in. But we've been pushing through this forever. And we just worked hard. And as scary as it was for me to say this to other people, I've realized over the years that it's sales. But it's servant sales. It's loving people, helping them find their need, right? So if we help other people solve their problems with what we have for them, we all win. And we've done that over and over and over again. And at the end of the day, as we look back in 10 years, Jen and I are not flashy people. We both drive Hyundais. I mean, we don't spend, I'm cheap, I'm really cheap. I'm still like, cut the coupons out of everything and things like that. But the things we've been able to do for our family, and that's where we've been able to really feel blessed. Just a few weeks ago, we wrote a large check for our daughter for tuition at Utah State, and she's so smart and works so hard. She paid her own tuition the first semester, and then we paid her second, so we still teach value to the kids, but it's like awesome. So our life has been blessed so abundantly from being able to share doTERRA and have more money in our account than days in the month, which used to be the opposite.
Actually, he's being a little humble. He has hundreds of people on his team that he's made completely financially free for the rest of their lives, which has made him financially free for the rest of his life. And he's been able to give back a lot. Don't do that in a class. All right, I'd like Lynn Gines to come up really quick. Lynn, are you out here? Come on down.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about doTERRA and what a difference doTERRA has made in our family's life. The economy change that Kirk was just talking about hit our family especially hard. My husband is a general contractor. He's always been really good at taking care of our family's needs until that time when basically my husband's livelihood was basically stripped away from him. It was a really scary time for me because I had just had my 6th child. And then we all had all the children were young, and we were raising them all up of different ages. And it was very difficult for me to start telling my kids, you know what, sorry girls, you can't be in dance anymore. Sorry, you can't be in some of the activities you want to. And it was this fear, the heart-gripping fear of, oh no, he's growing out of those pants again. Are those shoes getting a hole in them? How can we replace those? And at the time, I had a baby, and I remember feeling, okay, I need to go and do my part and help my family make a difference financially. And so I remember thinking, okay, what kind of job can I get? Where can I go get a job? And the jobs I was looking at, I was like, okay, wait, I can make $10 an hour. Okay, then I have to pay the babysitter to care for all my children, which then I'm upside down. None of this is making any sense to me. And so I was given the opportunity to learn more about the doTERRA opportunity. What I loved the most about what doTERRA did for me is I was able to choose my time. My kids and my family time is so important to me. So I always put my family schedule on first, and I can plan my business around my family. I could be home with my family and with my kids and be on the phone. And I was so grateful for the opportunity that I had an amazing mentor that took me under her wing. And within just a few months of dedicated hard work, the biggest worry was how are we going to pay our mortgage? And within a few months, doTERRA was paying my mortgage. This was huge. A few months beyond that, doTERRA not only was paying for my mortgage, by the end of that first year, doTERRA was paying for all of my bills. I started having extra as well on top of that I could put away in savings. In 1 year, doTERRA changed and saved our family financially. And because of that, I've learned a lot. There's been hard work and struggle involved in that. But I'm so grateful for the opportunity that I get to not only help people, moms, families, individuals with their health, I get to help make a difference with their finances. I can help people find financial future, financial freedom, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity. Thank you, doTERRA.
All right, I want Dave Miller to come up. Dave, I didn't know that you were the one that started the chant. I just heard Kirk yell it, and then everybody else. You're always the one that gets people in trouble. I'm talking with 2 mics.
Well, I was happy when you threw Kirk under the bus yesterday. So, then of course he throws me under the bus. It's not the first time. So, I had a printing business, and we were doing quite well financially. In fact, our average income was probably around $25,000 a month. And I loved growing that business, and it was fun. But as life went on, I got busier and busier. And if you've owned your own business, no one cares about that business like you do. And Tammy and I also have 4 children, and those 4 children, 3 of them are really close together. And as life went on, I was providing for my family, and I was getting busier, and I was spending less time with them. And that is not in alignment with my values. One of my values is family, and I wanted to spend more time with them. And inside, it was really eating at me. In fact, my heart was sad about that. And as I was getting our printing company, first of all, it was millions of dollars in capital that was on the line. And in order to pay for the equipment, we had to run 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. We just took Sunday off. So that meant calls in the middle of the night. That meant when we were on vacation in Hawaii, then the kids were saying, hey, let's go to the beach. And I'm like, okay, I gotta contact this client, I've gotta do this bid. And so even when I was with them, I didn't feel really present. And I just wanted so much to spend more time with them, not less time. And a friend of ours shared some samples of doTERRA with us, and the light came on eventually with Tammy and I, and said, you know what, we should do this. This is a legit business. We love this product. It solved a huge problem for us, a health problem with one of our children. And we started building doTERRA. And that desire, I could see this in my head. I could see this movie running in my head of that I could eat breakfast with my children. Heck, I could make breakfast for my children. I could drive them to school, and I could work while they were gone. And when they got home, I could choose, and I could sit and do homework with them. I could swim in the pool. I could go golfing. I could do all these things with them. And I could just see at this time in their lives, that first one was just like hitting high school. And I could just feel this urgency because I thought, I'm gonna have one graduate, then the next, and they're gonna be gone. I'm gonna miss that, and I'm never going to have that opportunity again. And so we built a doTERRA business. And yeah, it was hard at first. In fact, at first, I probably spent less time with them, but the payoff has been huge. I have spent so much time with them. I have great relationships with all of my children. We've traveled all over the world. As we built our business, we've taken them with us. And that, to me, is huge because now I am living in alignment with my values, my family, and those relationships, to me, are just amazing. So thank you, God. Thank you, doTERRA.
For Patrick and I just chuckle, for Patrick and I, when we were in our 20s, we made ourselves a promise. We told ourselves that, his parents are Czech. He's 100% Czechoslovakian. And he and I promised that we wouldn't let that culture die. They had defected from the Czech Republic, moved to Canada. He spoke Czech and French and English. And we said we'd teach our kids the language and we would let them know their heritage, and we never did. Until we decided to pick up, sell our business, move to the Czech Republic. What doTERRA has provided us is we can live anywhere in the world and do our business. And right now, every single one of our children speak Czech. They have Czech passports. They love that country. They know my husband's heritage. We're actually living there right now for the last 3.5 years. And our business has never done better. And it's provided us to live our dream and to keep our commitments to each other and to give our children an unbelievable experience internationally. Now, Basically, that's the testimonial section. Is that too much? Is that too pushy?
No.
It's inspiring, right?
Yes.
People sit in the audience and say, that's what I want. No matter what the testimonials are, it could be somebody that has an autistic child that now they're able to put their son in the school that he needs to go to, or someone that had 2 kids that were going to college and she had no idea how she's going to pay for their college, and now they're graduated. Whatever your stories are, this is the magic in the business intro. It's right here. So go to 26. We're going to end this. Ready? Just like the man who was tired of hauling buckets, if you're interested in learning how to build a doTERRA pipeline and change your life financially, please come and talk to me after the class, and I can show you how to get started. Thank you so much for coming, and now it's time to enjoy some essential oil snacks. That's it, my friends. What do you think? Do you like it? Will you do it?
Yes.
You should never, ever have a class that you don't end it with a basic business intro, and I'm going to tell you why. Don't ever invite people to come back 2 days later to a class. They're already there. They're already sitting there at your class. It needs to be right now. Does this make sense?
Yes.
They're already there. Keep your presentation short. Only 45 minutes, 15 minutes so you can close and get them signed up, schedule that wellness consult, and make sure you book another class. And then invite them to stay for snacks and to listen to the joy of sharing essential oils. Most of them stay. It opens the door. Sometimes right then, they're like, I think I want to do something with this. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3. Sometimes it takes 5. It's okay. It's all laid out. It's all laid out in the duplication model. Then you just chat. You sit, you chat, you have very simple refreshments. You don't do the fondue thing, okay? It's way too overboard for people. I mean, it could be just apples with On Guard on it. I mean, go to the website, figure out some fun snacks that you can do, right? How many of you commit to me that you will not have a class again without having a basic business intro? It's a keystone of our duplication model. How many of you, once again, we're not doing this, raise your hand. Are you surprised you're where you are?
No.
You're missing a huge part of the duplication model. And as we go through this duplication model, you might be missing 5 or 6 huge parts. This shouldn't depress you. What it should say is, hold on a second. If I've done this well, missing so many parts of the duplication model, how well could I do if I just put them into action? Right? Many of you aren't where you're not where you want to be, not because of time, not because of effort, and not because of talent. Many of you are not where you want to be because you didn't know what to do, or you were afraid to do it, or it wasn't explained in the right way, or it wasn't crystal clear. Is this true? Well, by tomorrow night, it will be crystal clear, my friends, and after that, it's going to be on you. It's going to be on you, whether you do the work or not. So, here's our basic business intro. We like it, right? Thank you, Laura Jacobs, for wording that for us. Beautiful wording. In the build guide. If you can use the build guide, use it. If you can't, if you're in other countries, when I'm in other countries that can't afford it, I don't use it. I just have them memorize it. But speaking of Laura Jacobs, she's here with us right now. She's coming to the front right now, and she actually is going to be presenting the very next part of the duplication model, which is the wellness consult. Give her a massive hand.